Welcome to Building Blocks for a Beautiful Day. And what this is a series of exercise sets, which begins with one when we wake up in the bed, and that will be recorded a bit later. But this particular one that we're doing right now is related to strengthening and flexibility, sensitivity, and better alignment and responsiveness of the feet, ankles, knees, and hips, which consequently brings into it the core with the soft belly. But this is very gentle exercises for beginning the day and beginning the day right. And again, that over time, um, this has increasing benefits. So let's begin. I decided to begin with some of the exercises that you're going to find us doing in the good morning one when you're in the bed. This is all good morning ones, but so this is the bed, and I built myself a little incline because most of my patients are actually in need of an incline in order to feel ease in their breathing. And so we begin waking up. So wake up, and maybe some of the first things that we can do is just gently find the softness behind the back of the knee and allowing that foot to slide forward and then just letting it slide back. So this is the gentle, soft behind the knee foot slide. And in so doing, we can try to cultivate a softness in the belly. And we'll do 3 each side. Recommendation is at least 3, but we could do 5 or 7. And what we're doing here, and I'm going to explain it in the other exercises as well, is we're having a softness behind the knees, softness in the hip, but the actual sensibility is going to be in the feet and the weight on the foot as it slides in the heel. And we'll practice it now. So we'll just feel the heel onto the bed, sliding as the rest of the foot falls onto the bed to meet it. And then again, the foot slides out and the toes lift as the heel takes the weight. And now, this similar exercise where we draw the leg in, same way. This time we let the hip crease be soft as the knee gently falls out. And then softly it comes back to center and again slides out. Now once again, we're concentrating on not moving but listening through the foot. So the foot slides in soft back of the knee, feeling the weight as it changes on the foot, and that's to keep our head out of keeping it from doing things and making our body do things as opposed to listening and letting the movements gently unravel. So I feel the weight on the side of my foot and I feel the transfer of that weight back across the whole rest of the foot from side to middle. And then I feel the weight on the foot as it then ends up on the heel. Soft behind the knee, feeling the weight across the foot on the bed. And as the knee falls out, I feel the weight shift from across the whole foot to now being carried to the side of the foot. And then again, soft hip crease, soft belly, and down. And soft behind the knees, soft hip flexion allows the belly to be soft, allows the belly, the hip crease, the back to be nice and expansive as the knee falls out gently. And then comes back up. I've kind of lost count, but we'll say, shall we say that's 3. And so then the next exercise is very simple. Both knees draw up quietly, and then from here, Allow the feet to fall into the bed. Feel the weight on the feet as the feet gently press into the bed. Gently lifting the hips. And then softly coming down. And notice that you might be clenching in the belly or in the butt. Try to release that and let the belly be soft as the feet descend into the bed and the hips lift. And then feel the weight in the feet as the body shifts down. We do that 5 times. I prefer this one. And soft hip creases as the body comes down. And once again. Beautiful. And then you can allow the legs to gently fall out. And then if you turn to just allow yourself to roll to one side gently. And then allow the knees to draw in slightly. And then just allow your shoulders to unravel so you're looking at your hands behind you. And your head to follow. Nothing extreme. It's just all very gentle. And then allow your shoulders to come back on top of each other. And then from here, you can straighten your legs a little bit if you want, or you can just roll back onto your back. And then once again, allow your knees to roll over. You can enjoy the shifting of the weight as you roll from side to side. And then from here, you can allow the upper arm to unfurl as you gently look behind to that arm. No overstretching. This is just a gentle unraveling. And then the shoulder finds its way back to the neutral sideline position. And then just enjoy your body rolling back to center. And then rolling back to the other side. As the shoulder unfurls, look behind you. And gently breathing. Body finds its way rolling back. Side again. And once more, enjoying the roll of the body to the side, either with the feet off the floor, off the bed, or the feet on the bed, whatever feels good to you. And then once again, enjoying that side move. And then enjoying this unfurling of the arm across the body. And once again, finding our sideline position. And then we can find ourselves on our back. And I've scooched off my little pillows. And then here we are, with knees bent, feet on the bed, soft belly descending into the basin of the pelvis of the abdominal cavity, the hip creases soften. Watch this foot as the heel gently peels off the bed onto the toe, and the toe slides into the body so that the knee can lift and bend without any aggression or trauma to the rest of the body. And then if you can, allow that heel to rest on the knee. That's good enough here. But if you, in time, you're going to be able to, if you can't do it already, is the standing leg. Allow that heel to lift. You can stop here, or soft descending belly, soft hip creases as the toe slides along the bed towards the body and lifts, and you have a gentle stretch that you breathe in. No mangling of the body. It's all gentle unraveling. And soft belly as the toe comes back to the bed and the heel descends. Then the other leg falls back down to the bottom to meet it. And then the other leg, toes slide across the bed, drawing the thigh into the body. Gently the left hip rotates out. If you're able to, the ankle rests on top of the knee. And if you're able, the standing leg heels off the floor, and the belly is soft, the back is soft and expansive as the toe slides in as far as your body's wisdom says it's okay to go. And you can just hold here and then descend and down. And then once again, heel lifts, toe slides across the bed as the thigh draws in, the belly is soft. Thigh likes the connection with the belly, even though intellectually we don't like it. And then heel rests across the top of the knee. And if you're able, heel peels off the bed as the ball of the toe slides across the bed. The thigh draws into the body to get this gentle stretch. And softly the toe finds the bed. Heels descend. Soft hip creases. Other toe finds the floor and heels descends. I think this is our last time. Heel lifts off the floor. Toe slides as the thighs draw into the abdomen. Small rotation as much as the body will allow. And if you're able again, the heel rises off the bed as the toe slides across the bed as the thigh draws into the body. Hip creases soft. You only go as far as your body's intelligence tells you is the good thing to do. And then softly down. And perfect. And then from here, we are just going to flap our thighs together. Woo! Just to wake up our thighs, wake up the side meat of our legs, and give our hips a little bit of a vibratory massage. And once again, we're enjoying the feet on the bed as the weight shifts from center to side. Beautiful. And from here, we're just going to let one leg shoot out, slide across the floor, and then just feel the reverberation as it bends back in. Again, from the softness behind the knees. And then let that leg shoot out. And back. And the foot slides across the bed. Enjoy the reverberation through the bones. And again, soft behind the knees, soft in hip creases as the leg returns. And once again, sliding the foot, shooting across the bed. And again, enjoying that reverberation through the bones, leg bones, hip bones, foot, soft behind the knee, and shoot. And one more time each side, shoot. And the energy goes out. Soft behind the knee, and shoot out. Beautiful. And back. And both legs softly come out. And I'm going to change my angle so you can see my feet. And we're just going to knock the knuckles, the side knuckles of the feet together so that we click them together. Opposite of Dorothy in Wizard of Oz, we're clicking our toes together. Click. We're feeling the reverberation through the bones of the feet and the lower leg and the hips. And 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 again. Beautiful. And then from here, you can wake up, find yourself sliding up and out of the bed. And then you might find yourself on the way to brush your teeth. You might find yourself on the way to make some coffee. In our family, we come from a big family, so it's not unusual that we're waiting for the bathroom. So we might be waiting down the hall in another doorway, which you could hold onto a doorway to do these exercises. You could hold onto the banister at the top of the landing, whatever suits you. Or at the countertop while you're waiting for your kettle to boil, and make yourself some coffee and tea. But this is 4 phases of important strengthening exercises to sensitize the feet to become stronger and more responsive, as well as all the muscles converging around the knee and around the hips, which includes the core muscles, and to do this, we have to evoke a softness in the belly that allows the lower back, the skin of the lower back, to spread and expand. So here we start with the first phase, which is quite simple, but the task is to let our attention stay with the exercise, and then just invite our attention kindly to come back if we stretch. So soft behind the knees, soft melting behind the knees as the knees melt over the toes, and you feel a lovely melting of the ankles and melting of these hip creases. Belly is soft, soft expansiveness in the lower back, and this is what we're practicing. This is the really intricate work. It seems so simple, but it's tremendous and profound. And again, soft behind the knees as the knees melt forward, as we're staying in conversation with our body to maintain a softness in the belly and expansion of the lower back, and quiet engagement of the gluteus maximus. And just straighten, we just do a gentle yawn behind the knees. And then once again, soft behind the knees as they melt over the toes, ankles softens, hip creases soften, belly softens, and expands of the lower back. And we allow the thighs also to release. And then a gentle yawn behind the knees, through the heels, allows the knees to straighten. And I think we're on our last one. We should be doing 5 of these. Soft behind the knees, soft ankles, hips, soft belly, spreading lower back, and trying to avoid clenching underneath the buttocks. And again, soft behind the buttocks thigh, and a gentle yawn through behind the knees, through the heel. Yes, so that's phase 1. Moving to phase 2. Here we are in our soft stance. Again, feet are hip width apart, and then the weight shifts towards the balls of the feet as the heels peel off the floor. And here we are. Wow. Life looks different from up here. Bird's eye view. And then gently through the heels, we allow them to descend as the spine ripples upward. We come back to land. Beautiful. And you can stop to feel this here. You're feeling the weight shifting in the feet. Again, weight shifting to the balls of the feet as the heels peel off the floor as a causality of the weight shifting to the feet. And then we find ourselves again elatedly up on elevation. Relevate, looking at the world around us. Soft belly, soft hip creases, soft knees as the heels descend down. And then again, weight shifting onto the balls of the feet. Lovely. Landing here on the balls of the toes. Again, that conversation with our front body, the abdomen being soft and surrendering deep into the abdominal pelvic cavity, allowing our lower back to be expansive as the heels gently descend, as the foot spreads back onto the floor and the weight shifts back to neutral. And then I think we're on our 5th one. as weight to the balls of the feet. Lovely. And then again, we feel this elation and rising as the heels descend to the floor. Great, so we've done phase 1, we've done phase 2, and now we're on to phase 3, which is the continuum of phase 1 and phase 2. It's quite simple, and it really is extraordinary exercise for health in so many ways. So, and here we go. Soft behind the knees, that spill over the toes, very important safety information. From here, you are going to land. You are going to make that conversation with the abdomen, the hip creases, and the lower back to make sure that everybody's happy. And then the weight shifts forward to the balls of the feet as the heels, yes, the heels rise up off the floor. Beautiful. And then from here, behind the knees, yawns. As we find ourselves up in releve. And then the heels descend downward and we land. Beautiful. And then we begin again, soft behind the knees. We land, the heels gently peel as the knees continue to move forward and the hips flex, belly is soft. And behind the knees, yawns upwards. And the heels gently find their way back down. And then one again. So the fourth one, soft behind the knees. Again, it's the conversation we're allowing the body to have with itself. To find its true balance, to find the pleasure in the weight shifting, and to find the pleasure of the body moving through space. Yes. And then last one of the phase 3, soft knees, soft bottom, we're landing, heel forward, and up, and heels find themselves down. And now we're on to phase 4. And what is phase 4? Phase 4 is the reverse of phase 3, could you have guessed? So we begin. And you can do a little heel clicking in between to like shake that knee. So again, weight shifts to the ball of the feet. The heels peel up off the floor. You find yourself in releve. You can stay here if you want because it sure does feel good and it's very uplifting to take a look at the world from another point of view. And then here, you find softness behind the knees that while you're in releve, you are actually bending the knees. You found yourself here, incredible. Knees are over the toes. Now we allow the foot to peel, spread back to the floor. The heels find themselves on the floor. You can stay here for a while, or you can let those knees gently yawn to standing. And then once again, shifting the weight to the balls of the feet as the heels peel off the floor. And the softness moves into the back of the knees, into the hip creases. Beautiful. And the heels descend and the backs of the knees gently on open. And again. I think this is our third one. No, our fourth one. And soft. And heels down. And beautiful. I think this is the last one. Weight shifting onto the balls of the feet as the heels peel off the floor as a consequence of the shifting. And then here we are, soft, folding behind the knees, deep folding in the hip creases, and the heels gently descend into the floor through the heels, the back of the knees yawn. And your water's boiled, or the bathroom's free. So these are important building blocks for every day. If you are a person that has a heart-lung condition, strengthening these areas, having more mobility and more responsiveness in these areas will help you move through life more easily, more efficiently. If you have an autoimmune disease, these muscles, these exercises are very important to strengthen the muscles around the joints and also to relieve that stiffness that happens in the morning. So we're getting flexible, but through strength and softening. If you happen to have someone that has a cardiovascular disease like diabetes, these exercises are very important for developing neuronal networks, nerve networks, and vascularity that can protect your nerves and the volume of blood vessels in the muscles. So it's so wonderful to be with you, and I look forward to seeing you on another one.